All right, everyone. It's now 6:35, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Still text your friends. They can hop on whenever. In the middle of the presentation, it's fine. This will be recorded and posted to the website, so if anyone misses it or your connection goes out, you'll be able to watch it at a later time. But further ado, my name's Gabby, by the way. I'm the Vice President of Recruitment here at LSU PHC. We have Ashlyn on here, who's our Director of Recruitment Logistics, and she's the one that's going to be giving the presentation. So again, we're so excited for you guys to be here, and we can't wait to see you all in the row.
Okay, hey everyone. Like Abby said, I'm Ashlyn. Today we're just gonna kind of be going over all of the different recruitment resources that you'll have as we prepare for recruitment week. So we're gonna kind of talk about Girl Talk, the website, how to navigate both of those in order to find the information that you need. So as Gabby said, here are both of us with our titles and pictures in case you needed to see what we look like. You'll be seeing a ton of us up and down the row, so don't worry. Um, okay, greetings from Girl Talk. We're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna be discussing the 2024 publication, and kind of just highlighting all of the important stuff that you'll need, as we prepare for recruitment. So, first off, what is Girl Talk? The Girl Talk magazine is a publication from LSU Panhellenic that will serve as your #1 resource as you prepare for your recruitment journey. Girl Talk contains so much beneficial information, including outfit inspiration, important terms that you'll hear, as well as detailed information on each of our 13 Panhellenic sororities. You will be receiving a physical copy of the magazine during the first round of recruitment, but we highly recommend just flipping through it a couple of times. We have a digital copy that you can download right now, and here in a little bit, I'll tell you where exactly you can find that. But it is very, very beneficial. There's a lot of information that you'll want to know going through recruitment, as well as the weeks leading up to it. So definitely make sure after this Zoom is over that you download a digital copy of that to refer to. So the first page that you're going to see is going to be the table of contents as well as the different rounds of recruitment and the chapters. So going through it, if you need to take a picture of this, feel free. But as I said, we do have a digital copy available. So the first couple of pages are just kind of an overview of the Panhellenic Council, and a couple of the different things that you'll need to know about. Towards the middle is when we go through the specific rounds of recruitment, as well as outfit inspiration for each, which is my favorite part about Girl Talk. And then at the end is going to be all of our chapters and recruitment rules. So we're gonna go through the recruitment rules first. The reason I really wanted to touch on this first is because it is so beneficial that you know this going into recruitment. We will never expect you to memorize all of this. You're going to have it on hand at all times to refer to. So do not feel like you have to memorize this. It's just there as a resource for you, and we just want you to be aware that it exists. So the recruitment rules is just a list of rules that are going to be in place during recruitment week. These rules serve to maintain a process that is both equal and fair to PNMs and the sororities. This process is not just for our sororities, it is for you mostly. And so we really wanted to create a fair process that everyone can enjoy. So going through it, I'll give you a couple of seconds just to kind of read through all of the recruitment rules while I go over Panhellenic's promise to you. So Panhellenic strives to create a process that is both equal and fair to the PNMs and chapters. If you have any questions or concerns throughout the recruitment process, leading up to the recruitment process, whatever it may be, please do not hesitate to reach out to or to the Greek Life office, or to myself, Gabby, the Panhellenic president, Hannah, whatever you're comfortable doing, please do not hesitate to reach out to us regarding any of these. Next is another really important resource that you'll have throughout recruitment week, and that's going to be the PNM Bill of Rights. This is on page 52, so it's immediately after the recruitment rules page. As I mentioned before, you will never be expected to memorize these. You will have them on hand during recruitment week, so definitely just keep note of it. But the recruitment process is going to be unlike anything you have ever experienced before. It is going to be so much fun and exciting. But as fun and exciting as it may be, it can get a little overwhelming at times, especially if this is a new process to you that you are unfamiliar with. And that's why we created the PNM Bill of Rights. So this is basically just a list of things that we established in order to create a safe and positive environment for you. It's just a list of the 12 things that we can guarantee and that we can kind of have you expect. Going through it, it's just mainly you have the right to be treated as an individual. You have the right to make informed decisions without pressure from anyone else. You have the right to ask questions and receive truthful and honest answers, as well as just confidentiality. You have the right to go to your recruitment counselor or to anyone on the executive board with your concerns, and we're going to be straightforward with you. So just kind of going off of that, you can take the time to read through these, but it's just the list of expectations that you can have going into recruitment week. Next, towards the back, I believe it's the last page of Girl Talk, is the 2024 schedule at a glance. If you were here for our last Zoom informational session, that's where we kind of did a deep dive into the schedule. And that is recorded and will be posted on our website shortly for you to go look at in case you didn't get the chance to join us last time. But if you weren't there, it's just kind of a little format to help you understand what your week could potentially look like. So it's kind of just like I said, a general format that you can go based off of. It's not going to be your personal schedule. This is just the format that it's going to be following. So here we have listed our parent and family convocation, ice water, both of our philanthropy round days, sisterhood, preference, and bid day. Okay, and then one of the most beneficial things that is included in Girl Talk is a map of the row. This is going to be so extremely helpful as you go from house to house. There are a lot of them, and sometimes it can be a little confusing, especially if you've never been exposed to Greek letters before. You might not know exactly what that means. So this just kind of gives you a little look at all of the houses. This is exactly what the row looks like. It's got the order of all of the houses. So definitely refer to this throughout the week as you're going from house to house. In addition to this map of the row, all of our houses are going to be labeled with their specific Greek letters. So, for example, Delta, Delta, Delta will have the three triangles, which is the Greek letter for D. That will be on their house. So you'll be able to walk by and know, oh, okay, that's Tri Delta. And then same thing with all of the other houses down the row. Another important thing that you might notice, over in the corner here where it says the Cook Hotel, one of our sororities will be going through their recruitment there. That's where all of their recruitment operations are going to be held. So just important to take note that Delta Gamma will be going through recruitment in the Lod Cook Hotel. But don't worry, we'll have plenty of people out there to guide you in the right direction in case you get lost. Okay, so where can I find a copy of the Girl Talk magazine? You can find the 2024 publication on our website and also through the link in our Instagram bio. I'm pretty sure if you Google it, AI will generate the link as well. So plenty of different places that you can find it and download that digital copy. Now we're going to move into the website. So this gorgeous picture here is a picture of the home screen that you're going to see whenever you type in LSU Panhellenic website. You'll notice that there is a lot going on here. So we've got 7 tabs at the top, as well as a sign up for recruitment now button. I'm pretty sure most of the people on this informational session right now have already registered for recruitment, but in case you haven't, or if you know someone who hasn't gotten a chance to do it yet, all you have to do is go straight to the LSU Panhellenic website and you will have the hyperlink right there to register. So the homepage. The homepage was designed to be extremely simplistic in order for you to find all of the things that you're looking for at a glance. So as I mentioned at the top of the page, there's going to be 7 different tabs containing information on all of the different things that's going on in PHC, not just recruitment. As mentioned earlier, you'll see that link to register. That is the orange link right there that says sign up for recruitment. All you have to do is click that orange button and it'll bring you straight to our recruitment website. Um, on there, if you scroll down a little bit, you will also see a copy of the Panhellenic Creed, as well as a letter from our president. The first tab at the very top of the homepage is the About Us tab. So this is going to contain information about the Panhellenic Council here at LSU. The first little sub-tab on there kind of explains what PHC is and gives an overview on what we are there to do for our community. And then you will also see an introduction to our amazing executive council. You'll see pictures of us, so that way you can kind of get used to seeing our faces before recruitment week, as well as a description of our positions. Fun fact that a lot of people don't know is LSU Panhellenic has its own philanthropy. Circle of Sisterhood is a nonprofit organization that was founded by sorority women to bring education and awareness to women all around the world. They're kind of there just to kind of bridge the gap between education and impoverished areas around the world. If you want to learn more about our amazing philanthropy, you can find that right on the About Us tab. It's going to be that little third sub tab down whenever you click on About Us, and it'll take you right to it with all of that amazing information. The second tab is going to be the chapters tab. This is where you are going to get the most information about all of our Panhellenic sororities. You can click on that tab and it'll give you a drop-down list with every single one of our chapters that we have in the Panhellenic community on campus. So if you're looking for information on one chapter in particular, you can just go to the chapters page, click on their chapter name, and then it'll bring you to their own dedicated page. On there, you'll find information about a chapter's values, a chapter's philanthropy, information about letters of recommendation, legacy status, as well as some other little things that's kind of sprinkled in there. Here you will also have access to their personal web pages, as well as any other social media platform that they have. So these are really, really great resources if you are looking for more information on a chapter in particular, or if you're just looking to learn more information in general. The third and fourth tabs are going to be the Girl Talk and the Resources tab. So on the Girl Talk tab, that's where you will be able to download and access the digital copy of the Girl Talk magazine to look through as you're preparing for recruitment. All you do is you go on there and there's going to be a picture of the Girl Talk cover photo that I showed at the beginning of this presentation. So you'll just click that. It serves as a little hyperlink, and that's going to take you straight to the online digital copy of our Girl Talk magazine. So that is a really simple resource that we have to offer on the website. The resources tab contains tons of beneficial information. It's going to have things like information for parents and other family support systems. It's got tons of information about our convocation that we'll have with the parents. So if they're looking to learn more about Greek life, they can head there to find out all of that information. Also on the resources tab, you're going to find things such as recruitment contacts. So if you have any questions about recruitment, it gives a description of all of our recruitment board of directors, as well as Gabby, and just kind of lists, if you're having a certain issue, who you should reach out to in order to get that issue solved. You will also find the recruitment rules that we mentioned earlier, as well as a copy of the Panhellenic bylaws. Continuing on in this little section, with the resources tab, you will also find super, super important information about financial and scholarship, as well as diversity, equity, and inclusion. On the finance and scholarship page, you can download a copy of the 2024 Panhellenic Finances. So this is basically going to be a detailed breakdown of the semester dues and fees for each of our chapters. So you'll be able to go and find information about a specific chapter's new member dues, their average semester dues, the room and board fees if you are maybe considering living in your sorority house. All of that information is going to be there, and it also kind of gives a breakdown about what each of those fees are going to be used for throughout your time in Greek life. At the bottom of our financial and scholarship page, you can also find information on the Sierra Fraser Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship was created in memory of Sierra Fraser, who was a Delta Gamma here on LSU's campus. Every year, the Sierra Fraser Memorial Foundation gives scholarship to a very select few of incoming potential new members. So if you're interested on that, the scholarship serves as a way to help you with your dues for your first year in a sorority. So that is an amazing resource if that's something that interests you. On the diversity, equity, inclusion, otherwise known as DEI page, you're going to find PHC's DEI statement along with other resources to guide you in case you are looking for more information on that. Our DEI chair did such an amazing job crafting this page, and she provides so many amazing resources and details for you. So I highly recommend checking that out and seeing what we have to offer. Okay, next is going to be the recruitment tab. This is where you are going to find any resources regarding recruitment. Anything and everything you could think of regarding recruitment will be on this page. So here you're going to find another link to register in case you somehow missed the first one. You're going to find a message from Gabby, information about our Gamma Chi's, which essentially are our recruitment counselors. And it's got so much information about what you can expect from them throughout the week. We have instructions and guidelines for our PNM videos, information about the membership recruitment acceptance binding agreements, otherwise known as the MRABA, and other recruitment options such as continuous open bidding. The last tab at the top of the homepage is going to be the dates tab. So this tab is going to give you all sorts of information about the different dates leading up to recruitment as well as during recruitment. So here you can find Zoom links, such as the link for tonight's Zoom. You can find old recordings of Zoom. So we've had, I believe this is our third one that we've had. So the previous two, you can find the recordings for those on the website. And then it gives the general dates for all of our recruitment events that you'll see through Welcome Week. Okay, and that is the end of our presentation. So now we're going to kind of get into the questions aspect. You can pretty much ask any question that you have, whether it be regarding recruitment, just sorority life in general, or any other question that you have. I know we've had a few come through already, but if you have questions, just go ahead and drop them in the chat and we'll go ahead and start answering those.
I had a question. Someone asked me what the attire is for each day, so I'll kind of go over that. And another good thing, which Ashlyn mentioned about Girl Talk, is there's some pages in Girl Talk that give visuals of what to wear every day, and it's clothes from like local boutiques and stuff. But kind of just a quick thing for Ice Water, you can wear whatever you want. It's super casual. You don't meet any of the chapters in person. You just meet your Gamma Chi and your other PNMs in your group. I wore biker shorts and a t-shirt my year, super casual. And then for philanthropy, you'll wear your philanthropy shirt that we give you with any bottoms that you want to do. I think I wore like little flowy shorts, like super casual. You can wear whatever you want, and you can wear like sneakers, any shoes. You can wear sandals. If you want to wear heels, you can wear heels, but you don't have to. It's super casual day. And then the only thing is you have to wear the philanthropy shirt that we give you during philanthropy. And then for sisterhood, I like to say it's like a little sundress, little like brunch outfit, super casual. I wore a sundress from H&M, and fun fact, I actually wore it backwards because I liked how the back looked better than the front. So it was just funny, and I wore that, and I wore, I'm pretty sure, still like little cute fun sneakers that day, or like little sandals, you know what I mean? I didn't wear heels because I was like, I'm not doing that, so you don't have to. Again, if you want to though, go for it, whatever you want to do. And then for preference, I would say it's like Sunday's best, a little bit more dressy. Bring out like your cutest dress, and like most people wear heels. I didn't wear super high heels. I think I wore like this big, so they're like a little bit more wedges and stuff. I also brought sandals in my P&M bag because I didn't want to wear the heels all the way down the row. So I just changed into them right before I went into the house. So you guys can do that. Again, wear whatever makes you guys comfortable. If you want to wear like philanthropy, wear like a long flowy skirt instead of shorts, you can do that. Literally whatever makes you comfortable. We just give you inspiration. At the end of the day, you want to wear something that's going to show yourself. So yeah, that's that. If you guys have any more questions, please drop them in the chat. We'll chill for a little bit and just wait to see if we have any come through.
It looks like we have a good one. So if you live in Spruce, do you walk to the houses during recruitment? You are absolutely correct. That is a very far walk. We will have the LSU Tiger Trails that are going to be running around campus. That is a resource that you will have throughout your entire time at LSU. It's these little buses, on LSU's campus, and they kind of take you to and from different areas. LSU is a walking campus, but it is still pretty large, especially in the Louisiana heat. I know I didn't want to walk, so I do remember taking the buses. So that's a great resource. That'll get you a little bit closer to the row, so you'll be able to go that way. Additionally, if you have a car on campus and you do have a resident parking pass, there are some residential parking lots that are very close to the row. The Miller, Azalea, Herget, Camellia lot, it's a pretty large parking lot and it is the closest one to the row. So if you have a car, definitely consider driving to a residential lot that is closer to the row, and kind of having it that way. Okay, we have another one. It's three questions in one. So the first one is which email account do you use for sending schedules? So your Gamma Chi is going to go more in depth during that first round of recruitment, basically on how this works. But we have an app that you will download, and this is where your schedule will be sent to every single day. So we will give you the time that your schedules are going to be coming out, so that way you know to go to the app and look at it. I believe that information is actually already available on the schedule at a glance. So that is when you can see when you will be getting your schedule and then when the rounds will be starting. For each day, you do get your schedule that morning. With the exception of philanthropy, you'll get your schedule on philanthropy day one, and that will be your schedule for day one and day two. So, that's where you're going to be able to find your schedules. But like I said, your Gamma Chi's will explain this in way more detail during the first round of recruitment. But I promise you will not miss out on anything, if that answers that question. Um, Icewater on the 19th, if you refer back to that schedule at a glance, I believe Icewater starts at 5:30 on
6 o'clock.
19th or 6 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I just got a question. Wait, Ashton, you good?
Oh wait, one more. Sorry.
You're good.
Welcome week is required. However, the Panhellenic recruitment schedule is altered around the Welcome Week schedule. If you do have a conflict with a Welcome Week event and a Panhellenic recruitment event, we do have a form. It's the 2024 Panhellenic recruitment conflict form. It's linked in the PNM confirmation email that you received. So fill that out and we will be able to work around your schedule, in case you do have any other obligations during Welcome Week.
Also, I got a question asking what influenced my decision and what chapter I wanted to join. And it's a very different thing for everyone. I know some people are super conflicted and like don't know. I kind of knew from the beginning, as soon as I stepped into the house that I'm a part of, on philanthropy, I just felt so welcome, so like excited. I just like I felt at home. Like I remember walking through the doors and just taking like a deep breath and just like loving it there. And so when things started to get hard towards the end, I kind of reminded myself of that feeling in the beginning. And I knew that like if I felt at home not knowing anyone and walking through those doors as a stranger, I was like, this is what I want to do. Like this is for me. And so like philanthropy was where I kind of found out, but some people don't know till later on. But like I said, for me, I walked in, I met the girl who picked me up at the door and we hit it off instantly. And I was like, I want to be here. She was the person who I wanted to be when I was a senior. And that I feel like I am really like her now. And so it's just the perfect place for me to grow as a person. And so that's kind of like what influenced my decision. I know it's different for everyone though.
Yeah. Okay, that was great. We do have a couple more questions in the chat. So we will be handing out the philanthropy t-shirts as well as your P&M tote bags and all other things that you will need throughout recruitment week. You will be receiving that on Icewater. Your Gamma Kai is going to have that for you and she will be able to give it to you. If that answers that question. Another one, should tattoos be covered during recruitment? Absolutely not. I came in when I went through recruitment, I had two tattoos, and now I have three. I left them completely uncovered for everyone to see. It did not affect my chances of getting into a specific sorority at all. I got tons of compliments on my tattoos. Everyone seemed to love them. So if you're proud of them and you feel confident showing them off during recruitment, I absolutely recommend that you do that. I believe that they're a great artistic way to just kind of show who you are as a person. And our chapters want you to be authentically yourself. No need to cover any tattoos or piercings during recruitment. Just whatever you feel comfortable and confident in. Um, Another one, if you do have a job during Welcome Week, it is going to be a very hectic time. You'll be moving in right before Welcome Week. You'll have tons of Welcome Week events that are required, as well as Panhellenic recruitment, which is pretty much nonstop. So if you do have a job, it's going to be very hard to schedule around those times. So I highly recommend, if you can, taking the week off. It's a little or it's a lot less stressful. So it just gives you more freedom with your schedule throughout the week, which can be pretty beneficial to you during recruitment week. Um, as far as letters of recommendation, this is probably our largest question that we get. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Gabby answer that question. It's how much of an influence do letters of recommendation have, and would you recommend submitting one?
Okay, so the main thing that we always say about letters of recommendation is they're recommended but not required. I personally did not have recommendation letters for every chapter, and I do not think it influenced any of my experience during recruitment. If you can get them, that's great, but I know sometimes it's a little bit harder. My mom personally was not in a sorority. None of my family was, so I had to go onto Facebook and make a post and be like, hey everyone, I'm looking for letters for these chapters. If you could help me out, that'd be great. So, I got some answers from that, but still, like, I didn't have one for every chapter. And so I did stress about it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I was super worried. But then I realized when I was going through recruitment that it didn't matter at all. So if you can't get them, don't stress at all. It's not a big deal. Like I said, they're not required. So it will not affect your rush experience at all. So if you can give them, that's great. But if you can't, do not worry about it. I promise.
Okay, so another question that we have is, what do the philanthropy shirts look like? We have two different places that you can go to check out and see this year's design. So the first place, our director of recruitment marketing and our vice president of public relations, made this really amazing and cute and awesome, Instagram reel a few months ago and posted it to our Instagram. So if you go to our most recent reels, you'll be able to see the reveal there. I believe Gabby was in that too, modeling for us. So super fun. Another place that you can go to see those is going to be in the outfit inspiration section of the Girl Talk magazine. So if you go to the philanthropy section, I believe you'll be able to see the front of the shirts. I'm not quite sure if we have the back of the shirts in there. But if you want like a little overview of it, the cover page for our Girl Talk magazine is essentially what the back of the shirts look like. It just has the girl talk stuff omitted, so that won't be on there, but it's got the cute little stamps. It's got the flowers, denoting each of our sororities. So yeah, super, super cute, but you can see those on either the Instagram or on the, uh, Girl Talk magazine.
Also, I saw a question that we also got, and it was asking about like cleavage and stuff for like outfits. And as someone who's like struggled with that, I can answer that when I wore my sisterhood dress backwards, I did it because I had like a cutout in the front of it. And they don't require you to be modest, but like I knew that like I heard a lot of advice saying like dress like you were gonna go to like a religious like church or like wherever you do. Like so I was like, okay, like I wouldn't wear this to church, so I'm gonna flip it backwards for recruitment. No one's gonna shame you if you don't do that, but that just made me feel more comfortable, so it's kind of up to you. If I were to go through recruitment again this year, I would not flip that dress backwards. I'd wear it how it was meant to be worn because it was really cute, but I kind of did as a freshman because I was super nervous. So don't stress about it. Wear what you feel comfortable. If you are okay with a little bit lower, that's fine. But just remember that like this is a little bit more of a not professional, but like a formal thing. So that's the only thing to keep in mind is it's a little bit more of a formal process. You want to look your best and dress your best. So however that is for you.
So some more questions about the letters of recommendation. Like Gabby mentioned, the letters of recommendation are recommended but not required. If there are any sororities that have a deadline for letters of recommendation, I believe Chi Omega is the only one, and their deadline has already passed. So moving forward, you do not need to worry about any deadlines for letters of recommendation. If you would like to see if a chapter has a deadline, you can visit our website. If you go underneath the chapters tab, there's a community contact that will be listed for every single one of our chapters. You can email them, and ask them any questions about their specific project process and deadlines for letters of recommendation, and they will be able to answer that a lot more clearly than we would. We are both a part of our specific chapters and unfortunately do not have information for all of them down the row, just because so many of them have so many different ways of operating and processing those. So if you have any specific questions about letters of recommendation, we highly recommend reaching out to the individual chapters. Um, as far as asking someone you know that's a part of a sorority if they could write a letter of recommendation for you, this could go one of two ways. So typically letters of recommendation are written by alumna members. So these are members who have already gone through recruitment, sorority, and graduated from college. I don't believe there are any chapters that have letters of recommendation that are written by current active members. So I'm not quite sure the process on that, but like I said, you can reach out to the chapters and they'll be able to answer that question for you. And that's going to be, like I said, the community contact for each of our chapters.
Okay, also we saw a question about sorry, I'm reading it off my phone because I don't see it on my computer. So we see a question about how all freshmen have a 1:30 to 4:30 commitment on Wednesday, which conflicts with philanthropy event 1 and 2. I'm gonna be honest, I did look at the welcome week schedule a while ago, but this is honestly new information. I'm gonna be super transparent with you guys. So I'll talk to my advisor, we'll figure it out, and then we'll send an email to everyone to let them know. But as of right now, usually on Wednesday during Welcome Week, you choose your own adventure, and recruitment and like Greek life in general has worked super close with Welcome Week, the Welcome Week team, because we want to make sure you guys aren't missing anything. So we will get it all worked out, I promise, and we will let you guys know. But as of right now, I wasn't aware of any conflicts. So I will look into it and we'll answer. I just don't have an answer off the top of my head. Gonna be 100%. I don't want to give you guys like an answer and it be wrong.
Let's see. Another one. So you will be receiving both the pink shirts and the white shirts. Since there are 2 days of philanthropy, we will be providing you guys with two different shirts that you can wear. There is no shirt specifically required for either day. You can wear whichever shirt on whichever day. It just does have to be one of the shirts, on the philanthropy days. And philanthropy,
About stuff. I'm not on there. They don't hear or see me. They're just giving.
um, So when do active members start looking at resumes and photos to make decisions about each P&M? So as soon as you register, I will have access to your registration form. I go through each and every single one of the registration forms just to look for any issues or complications that might have occurred throughout the save process. If I don't see any issues or complications with your registration, I will then activate you in the system for all of our chapters to see. So there is a pretty quick turnaround on that. Typically we don't see very many issues, so it's almost immediately after you register that the chapters have access to your resumes and stuff. All right. It looks like we have all of those questions answered. If you had a question that we didn't see or didn't answer, please submit it again and we will answer it. We're gonna give it a few minutes to see if we have any more come through. So if you have a question or if you just want to wait around to hear questions, feel free to hang out with us.
Thank you guys so much for coming. We really enjoyed talking to you guys. And also, Ashlyn said this, but if you have any questions, also reach out to us by email. Literally, you guys can text me on my phone. I don't mind anything to make it more comfortable.
Okay, it looks like we did have one more come through. So will we know if our video has been rejected? Your video does not get rejected. All of the videos that are submitted are shared to our chapters, and that is every single one of them. We cannot guarantee that every single chapter will watch every single video just because we have such a high volume of PNMs who are submitting the videos. Like I said, I do scan through every single one of the registrations, and that includes your PNM video if you choose to submit one. So if I notice that there are any privacy issues or if there are any complications with your video, such as volume, audio, or just visuals, I will reach out to you and give you the opportunity to fix the issue or submit another video. So no videos get rejected. if there is something wrong with it, I will reach out to you. And we do make all videos viewable to our chapters. What is the process for joining the councils? Gabby, did you kind of want to go through what it's like to join the Panhellenic Executive Council?
Like
Yeah, just the process for joining.
wait, we should talk about joining like as an exec member.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. So the process for joining exec member is you have to at least be in your sorority for a year. Uh no. You
You
can
can
now
join at the end of
apply
your second semester, yeah.
end of your second semester. And so what it is you can go and you meet, actually there's this, it's like a little sip and tea party. It might be different every year, but you have a chance to go meet and sit with the past council, ask them about their job, what they do, what it's like, and kind of get to know them before the application opens. And that opens in I'm pretty sure
I believe is what it is.
October of the fall semester, obviously, and then you just answer some questions. It's not too bad of an application. I mean, I spent a lot of time on mine because I'm so much of an overthinker, but I know people who got theirs done pretty quickly. And then after that, you'll maybe get asked to do an interview and you'll go in and you're interviewed by past council, some chapter presidents, and some chapter delegates as well. It's a super welcoming room. It's kind of intimidating at first when you walk in and they're all looking at you, but once you sit down, everyone's just smiling at you and they honestly just want you to do the best. So that's how that is. And then you do your interview. It's 15 minutes, maybe. Super, super short, super concise. And then that same day on the interviews, you will either get a call congratulating you on council, or you'll get an email thanking you so much for your time, but unfortunately you were not chosen. There's a lot of people who apply. It's such a great thing and they just want the best of the council. So I also think that this has been the best decision I've made. I really wanted to be a leader in the Greek life, and I love my chapter, but I was like, you know what? I want to go bigger, and I want to go and meet more people. And now that I'm a part of Panhellenic Council, I've met girls from chapters down the road that I'll still be really close friends with forever. Ashlyn and I actually are taking a class together next semester. We didn't even realize it, but now I know that every Tuesday night I'll have a familiar face in my class. So yeah, that's kind of the process. It's super awesome. If you guys are already interested in it, that's awesome, and you should definitely look into it.
And as far as leadership goes, we do have tons of different ways to get involved. So not only do we have the Panhellenic Executive Council, but you can also get involved in your chapter. I know most of the sororities down the row actually have opportunities to get involved the second you join. Like I know within my chapter, I got my first position on bid day. I literally applied to it that night, and it was so much fun. Um, but there's also things like Greek leadership team, Songfest team, Empower team, anything that you're interested in, we have a position for. So just pay close attention to the Greek Life website, as well as social media to see what different opportunities are available. Another really good question that I did want to touch on is what steps should we take if we do not get a bid but still want to participate in a sorority? So we have two different options for this. So if you go through recruitment and for whatever reason you do not receive a bid, whether that be you just thought the process was a little too overwhelming, or whatever it may be, if for any reason you have to drop out of recruitment, if you still want to get involved into a sorority, the biggest option that we have is going to be something called continuous open bidding, otherwise known as COB. So basically what this is if we have a chapter who does not recruit as many girls as they would have liked to during the formal recruitment process, they will have the opportunity to continue to extend bids into the fall and the beginning of the spring semester. So Gabby, did you have something to add to that?
Yeah, I was gonna say we will make sure to have an interest form all throughout the recruitment week. Your Gamma Chi will have this interest form and be able to talk to you about it. And I was a Gamma Chi last year, and I had some girls who thought the formal process was a little too overwhelming for them, and that happens. And so we chatted about it, and they filled out the continuous open bidding interest form, and then that is shared with the chapters, who then will get into contact with you if they see an interest between the two of you.
So that's pretty much the process for COB. We do have some information for that on our website. But if you would like a little bit more information, please feel free to reach out to either of us. And we can explain it a little bit more in depth. As for our second option, we do have 13 chapters within the Panhellenic community, but only 12 of those chapters go through the formal recruitment process. Our associate chapter, Sigma Alpha, they are wonderful. They are the only professional and social sorority on LSU's campus, which is so incredible. But they do have their own separate recruitment process that will begin during the first week of classes. I know they have made tons of posts about it on their social media. They are an agricultural based sorority. However, they are open to women from any major, any background. So if you're interested in both a professional and a social sorority, Sigma Alpha is an amazing option. We do have some information for them listed both in the Girl Talk, and on our website. Both places kind of list their specific recruitment process. So if that's something you're interested in, it is an amazing alternative option for you, just to kind of maybe consider if you do not get a bid during the formal recruitment process. We're gonna hang out for a few more minutes waiting on any last minute questions. If you have any, please feel free to drop them in the chat, and we'll hang around for a few more minutes to answer those.
Again, thank you all so much for coming. It's been so nice chatting with you guys.